The main mistake beginners make: you learn English but do not use it. Shocking truth. You can learn 1,000 words and 100 grammar rules, but if you don't speak, don't listen, don't write, your brain will delete everything. People spend years studying English but never start speaking. Why? Because they treat English like a school subject, not a real language for communication. You want to learn how to swim? You read books about swimming, watch videos on how to do it, but you never get into the water. Can you learn this way? No. It's the same with English. If you don't use the language in real life, you will never master it. Why does this mistake happen? 1. You are afraid to speak with mistakes. You think, I need to learn everything first, then I will speak correctly. But mistakes are not failure, they are part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes. 2. You only study but never practice. You read books, do exercises, memorize words, but if you don't use them, you forget them. Scientists have proven without practice, the brain forgets 90% of new material in 7 days. 3. You think you must know all grammar before speaking. But children don't learn grammar before they start speaking. You don't need perfect grammar to start talking. Just start. 4. You study English in isolation. You learn words separately but don't use them in sentences. You read texts but don't retell them in your own words. You watch videos but don't repeat phrases out loud. 5. You wait for the perfect moment. You think, I will start speaking after I learn 100 more words. This moment never comes. Start now with the knowledge you already have. How to fix this mistake? Start speaking right now. Even with mistakes, even one word a day. The goal is to activate English in your brain. Think in English. Describe your actions. I am drinking coffee. The sun is shining. Don't know a word? Find another way to say it. Look at the TV instead of watch TV. Use the shadowing method. Listen to native speakers and repeat after them out loud. This is the best way to learn to speak naturally. Surround yourself with English. Change your phone settings to English. Follow English speaking bloggers. Read English articles. Talk to yourself. Record voice notes in English. Describe your day, what you see around you. Read aloud to get used to English sounds. Keep an English journal. Write 3 sentences about your day every evening. Even 5 minutes of writing will improve your English. Conclusion. You can study English for 10 years, but if you don't use it in real life, you will never speak fluently. Start using English every day, and you will see huge progress in just a few weeks. How to improve your English listening skills? You don't understand spoken English? You can fix this. Many people study English for years but don't understand native speakers. Why? They learn the language with their eyes, but they don't train their ears. Tip 1. Listen to English every day. Even if you don't understand anything, keep listening. Your brain needs to get used to English sounds. Start with slow English podcasts and beginner-friendly videos. Tip 2. Use active listening. Don't just listen, engage your brain. Repeat key phrases aloud. Pause the audio and try to summarize what you understood. Tip 3. Watch videos with subtitles, but use them correctly. First, watch with English subtitles. Then watch without subtitles and try to understand. Write down new words and use them in your speech. Tip 4. Listen to different accents. British, American, Australian. The more accents you hear, the better. Start with slow speech, then move to fast conversational English. Tip 5. Use the repetition listening method. Listen to the same material several times. First time, just listen. Second time, write down key words. Third time, repeat out loud. Tip 6. Start speaking. The more you speak, the better you hear. Repeat after native speakers. It improves both listening and pronunciation. Even if you understand only 50%, keep going. You will start understanding spoken English if you listen every day. Do it the right way, follow these tips, and in a month you will see huge progress. How to trick your brain and learn English words fast. Psychological tricks. Your brain does not like to remember new words. It only keeps what is really important. If a word seems not useful, your brain will delete it quickly. But there are smart tricks that will help you remember words fast and forever. 1. Connect the word to a strong emotion. Fact: your brain remembers better when you feel emotions. Surprise, fear, joy. How to use it. Imagine the word in a funny or strange situation. For example, the word bizarre. Imagine a person wearing a banana costume. The stronger the image, the better you will remember the word. 2. Use the wow effect. Shocking information stays in your memory longer. How to use it. Find an interesting fact about the word. For example, the word kangaroo. People say it came from an Aboriginal language and means, I don't understand you. When you link a word to unusual information, your brain will remember it. 3. Create a mini movie in your head. Your brain loves stories. It remembers images, not just words. How to use it. Connect 3 to 5 new words in one story. For example, words moon, cat, jump. Imagine a small, fluffy cat jumping into the sky, trying to reach the shining moon. When you create a visual story, words stay in your mind naturally. 4. The last word effect. Your brain remembers best what you see or hear last. How to use it. Read new words before sleep. Your brain will process them during the night. Repeat them 5 minutes before you leave home. Remind yourself of words in the elevator, on transport, in front of the mirror. 5. The no translation method. Translation from another language makes it harder to remember words. How to use it. Instead of translating, connect the word to a picture or action. For example, the word apple. Imagine a fresh green fruit in your hand. This way, your brain links the word to a real object, not to another language. 6. The unfinished task effect. Your brain hates unfinished tasks and tries to complete them. How to use it. Start learning a word, but don't finish the process. For example, write a word on a paper, but don't check the meaning yet. Leave it as a small mystery. After a few hours, return and try to remember it. 7. The shock learning method. Your brain remembers better when it feels pressure or stress. How to use it. Imagine that tomorrow you must give a speech in English. Write a list of important words and repeat them all day. When your brain feels urgency, it remembers faster. You can learn words slowly and in a boring way, or you can trick your brain and remember them easily. Use emotions, stories, visual images, and stop translating words into your native language. Your brain will remember them naturally without effort. Scientific research on the best ways to learn a new language. Scientists have studied how people learn languages for many years. Their research helps us understand which methods work best for beginners. Let's look at some important studies and how they can help you learn English faster. The power of repetition. Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. In 1885, a scientist named Hermann Ebbinghaus discovered that people forget new information quickly if they do not repeat it. He created the forgetting curve, which shows that after learning something new, we forget 50% in 1 hour and 90% in 1 week if we don't review it. How to use this research? Review new words after 10 minutes, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. Use flashcards like Anki or Quizlet to test yourself. Repeat words out loud while walking, cooking, or before sleeping. Example: you learn the word apple today. If you review it tomorrow, then in 3 days, then in a week, you will remember it much longer. 2. Listen first, speak later. Crashes. Input. Hypothesis. A scientist named Stephen Krashen studied how children learn languages. He found that people first need to hear a lot of words before they can speak easily. He called this comprehensible input, meaning that we learn best when we listen to simple, understandable English. How to use this research? Listen to slow English. Podcasts, YouTube, audiobooks. Watch videos with subtitles, first with, then without. Repeat phrases after native speakers. Shadowing method. Example: a baby hears thousands of words before saying its first word. The more you listen, the easier it is to speak. 3. Learning with emotions. Pavio's dual coding theory. Psychologist Alan Pavio discovered that our brain remembers words better when we connect them to images. He called this dual coding theory, which means that if you see a picture and hear a word at the same time, your brain remembers it faster. How to use this research? Use pictures instead of translations. See apple for apple. Watch videos with gestures to connect words with actions. Make stories with new words in your head. Example: if you learn the word cat and imagine a small kitten in your hands, you will remember the word much better. The 80-20 rule. Pareto principle. The Pareto principle says that 20% of your effort gives 80% of the results. Language experts found that the most common 1,000 words in English help you understand 80% of daily conversations. How to use this research? Focus on common words first. Go, eat, want, good. Practice the most useful sentences. Can I have? Logically, how much is this? Use words in real-life situations instead of memorizing long lists. Example: instead of learning 500 difficult words, learn 100 everyday words and use them in conversation. 5. Speaking makes you remember. The production effect scientists discovered that when we say words out loud, we remember them better. This is called the production effect. Reading silently is not enough. Your brain remembers spoken words better. How to use this research? Read texts out loud, even if no one is listening. Talk to yourself in English about your day. Record your voice and listen to your pronunciation. Example: if you read "the sky is blue" silently, you forget it quickly. If you say it out loud, your brain stores it better. Conclusion: how to learn English smarter? Repeat words many times. Ebbinghaus's research. Listen a lot before speaking. Krashen's method. Use pictures, not translations. Pavio's theory. Learn the most useful words first. Pareto rule. Say words out loud to remember them. Production effect. Use scientific methods to make learning easier and faster. Don't just read, speak, listen, repeat, and use English every day.
Thank you for being part of Capybara English Listening. Learning English takes time, but you are making progress every day. Keep practicing, and you will succeed. See you soon.